얘라고 가르쳐서.
그게 남들 중국 친구로. 아무튼 갈래 개민주를. 개민주는 비게 정하나 그저 정한 그저서. 한테 지신 근데 자와도 로규단들이 새로 한테 갑자기 잘해 경식에서 잘해 걸려 경식
때문에 다 사대가 됐어야 된다고. 사대는
자와대야 동자단들. 대래 동자단신 효대절에 경제도 경제진 동자단 그런 건들에 짜든지 짜게 여러 근데 간제지가 돼도 단대 티셔 너무 차이다.
자대라만 대래로 대정만 네 자는 교도 쓰다 네 나서 쉬고 저랬어요. 누가 누가라. 대대는 누가다. 자대는 교다요. 누가라. 어디? 자대 마도 교세대 마요. 자이고는 자와시오래.
교시.
고간다는 고.
배축스 권나서 된다.
자와시오는 같이 해줘.
자와시오는 드네 마람비 수고 차서 마람비. 마람비진 샤라 여러 샤라티레 장자 당문하기 샤신 가시게 자와 미시요래. 내다다냐 본들이 시지. 나는 지레야 자와 시지 지 나가 로균야도 지레야 자레 타고든지 본부든지 주도 잡신 미숨 쓰가 쉬어. 한테네도 지에 수고 가서 로다지. 즉 세면하나야 세면다지 철전당서 여러 번 자와다든지 교수님 무슨 데서 좀 다행이다.
습득 줄바지 다 놀랐어래 배치시 요래 제가 고상요래 그 습득을 제대 습득세게 개체부시다래 습득을 제대나 나살 배도요래 되게 배치 배동하고 배당 내시고 공부하다 네 장대내도 보셔다면도 회사 재셔 회사 쇼 사람자 투에 요마래 이내 칼리를 슈를 매시고만 계란 좀 하고 제쇼 계란이 된다 말이야 그 집에 된다라 도중다래 체질에 야부시다래 영화 삼루를 제쇼 다야 아가네 덴바 교래 러브 제쇼 회난 말이야.
The Free Tibet campaign is a worldwide movement of volunteers who wish to highlight the illegal killings and imprisonment of Tibetan people.
Free Tibet!
The Free Tibet campaign displayed flags during the state visit of the Chinese Premier in London. The Free Tibet flags were confiscated by British police officers. The peaceful protesters were often arrested and dragged away for no apparent reason. Some were even assaulted and beaten by British police officers.
I'm not young, haven't got long hair in dreadlocks, and I'm not covered in rings all over the show. I've always felt strongly about Tibet and about what's going on in China on the political front. The fact that they've still got detainees in prison who were at Tiananmen Square 10 or 11 years ago, that is bloody awful, and something has to be done. And I think in a case like this where the government won't do anything, it's always down to the people to do something instead.
Free Tibet! Free Tibet! Free Tibet! Free Tibet! Free Tibet!
The police officers carrying out these illegal arrests are mostly members of Freemasonry. Freemasonry is more than just a secret society. Freemasonry is actually a religion. Freemasons pray to a tri-pantheon god, one facet of which is the warmongering Baal deity. Freemasonry is the most popular occult religion amongst police officers, judges, and barristers such as Mr. Tony Blair. The spiritual master and head of state in Tibet is the Dalai Lama, who has written many excellent books promoting the benefits of meditation and compassion. Even though the Dalai Lama is a man of peace, he speaks good English and is recognized for his statesmanship. He was refused an audience with Queen Elizabeth of Great Britain. However, the British royal family, who have members that are active Freemasons, greeted the leader of the murdering communist Chinese government with a full state ceremony. Clements Kuby and Mike Lemley are two filmmakers who have made excellent documentaries about the tyrannical genocide in Tibet. It is clear from these films that Kurt Weidemann of the Washington State Department utterly denies the evidence of genocide against Tibet.
Official U.S. policy has consistently regarded Tibet as a part of China, although an autonomous region within China.
My crime was that in 1959, I signed a statement saying that Tibet was an independent country. For that, I spent 17 years in Chinese prisons and concentration camps.
We have no evidence at this point that the Chinese government is engaged in any policy or in any actions aimed at wiping out the Tibetans or, in short, reflecting a policy of genocide either against the Tibetan people themselves or against their culture.
I mean, Tibetans are no longer wearing Tibetan clothes. Tibetans are not talking Tibetan. All the Chinese wear Chinese. It is the blue uniform, everybody. And the monasteries are no longer a monastery. And no monks are there.
They used to have mobile clinics which would go from village to village and just get the women together and get them sterilized. Or even women who were pregnant in their 9th month were made to abort their children.
At one point in this interview, we see that his mind control programming breaks down.
What about self-determination for Tibetans?
On the BBC Newsnight programme, we see a Chinese government minister also displaying signs of heavy mind control.
Can you explain to us on the political situation why there has been no response from your government to the Dalai Lama's proposal in Strasbourg of nearly 3 years ago now about an arrangement between him and fellow Tibetans and your government?
In 1988 in Strasbourg, the Dalai Lama proposed to make Tibet a democratic political entity governed by itself, which maintains relations of alliance with China. And what does it mean?
Well, it's suggesting, or he's suggesting that they be given autonomy in internal affairs, that they give to you
I just
control.
quote what he said in his proposal. It's nothing new. We think it's nothing new, but another version of the statement that China holds only suzerainty, not sovereignty over Tibet. We heard of this kind of clamoring at the beginning of this century.